Hi and welcome to this video designed to help a reseller to set up a call queue with agents, supervisors and a holiday schedule. First we're going to log into Uboss, and here I am at the reseller level, and through the left hand directory I can go through client to business and we'll select an example business where we're going to build the call queue. We can go straight up to service assignments. We'll put this up at the top business level. And in the drop down box we can select the call center queue standard that we want to assign. So once we've assigned that, normal rules, we need to give it an instance ID and an instance name. And of course with instance ID it has to be all one word, so my bad, I'll go back and correct that before Uboss tells me that I have to. You can put a description in if you wish. And then you'll move down to adding in the other boxes. Anything with a red asterisk, of course, has to be completed. So we'll give it a first name and a last name so that it can be referenced on reports, etc. And then a password. Normal rules apply. Capital letters, numbers and odd characters to make it more unique. We can of course leave this as extension only because it could be working off an auto attendant, but we'll give this one a DID number, and we'll add an extension number so that we have both options. We of course have the calling policies. The normal broadside calling policies will go simultaneous at this point, and we'll select the queue length and an escape digit that we wish to apply to this particular call center. And we'll say ring when offering a call. We should always tick the enable external reporting so we can get information out, and we'll allow agents a bit of flexibility to join and leave, and we'll set up an automatic wrap-up time. So we'll put agents into wrap-up for 30 seconds after they've completed a call. So basic stuff done on setting up the call center. When we go back into it, having saved it, we now have our tabs which allow us to do the more refined setup for it. So if we're wanting a security policy on the system, we can put it in there, and we're going to go down a series of boxes which again allow you to make the selection of how it's going to work. So overflow action if the call center is busy, and we can enable that. We can enable an announcement if somebody's being forced out of the queue into another path. Bounce calls, we can control the rules on bounce calls, and alerts relating to bounce calls pushed out on hold. Finally, stranded calls. If everybody signs out of a call queue and they're out of the call queue, or the agents leave and there's still people there, we need to have an action that sends the customer somewhere. So we're just going to put a voicemail box up there as the action for that. So we'll move on to announcements. Normal rules apply. You can either pick up this with a selection of 4 URLs that you can store in there. You can also store 4 files, or you can just rely on the defaults. But for the comfort message and internal music on hold, you'll have the same options. You've also got the estimated waiting time option if you wish to utilize that Broadsoft option. So we'll go down and we'll save that particular tab, and we'll move on to service assignment. This is our ability to add services to that, and we might, for instance, put a voicemail box up particularly for that, or we might have call forward selective. We might want to add a different call routing policy based on perhaps a holiday schedule. So first of all, we'll just go in and set up the voicemail user. So we're going to give it an email address to send notifications out to. That might be a general sales one, and we can choose to select a pre-recorded greeting and add it in there rather than just using the system greeting. Finally, we're going to add the voice portal passcode, and we confirm that. So that's our access digits to get into the voice portal, and we're done. So let's now just go into call forward selective, which was the other one that we supplied. The first thing you have to do is put the default number in and save that. When you now click back into the call forward selective, This then gives you the options of adding the criteria, the circumstances on which you would use that routing. So we're going to go for holidays, and we're going to select a holiday schedule which we've made up already. So this is the 2016 holiday schedule. You get a chance to go in there and see the holiday schedules. You can add a new one at that point if you wish to have that option. But there you see we've populated the schedule with all the main holidays for this particular customer's geographic location. Pretty much done through there. Down, save that, and that's us got our call forward selected for our call center. So popping back in, we've done service configuration. We can now set up. First thing we'll do is we'll just put a supervisor into the queue. So again, as you've seen before, once you drop into this, you'll see the available users that can go into the supervisor role, and we'll select Greg Laidlaw to be our supervisor. Popping back to agents, same principle here, except Uboss will just remind you when you go to add an agent that they need to have the correct user packages, and you can accept that through and put these agents in to the file. Now obviously you've got the remove option, so as we build it you'll see we could change our mind and take somebody out, but if you look on the right hand side you've got up arrows and down arrows. It is possible for us to change the order. We've got a simultaneous ringing policy here, but if we had it in circular, we could change the order at which the agents are to receive the calls. So pretty simple stuff. Once we've got our agents all set up there, we're going to press save, and to all intents and purposes, that's us done. Call center setup, holiday schedules, and other services added. Pretty simple. Hope this video helped. Thanks for watching.